What's up? It's your boy Carcino here. Hope you enjoyed the little break. Had to focus on some me time. I could lay up and be lazy for a minute. But let's talk about it. Because I think it needs to be discussed. Lonzo Ball didn't just jump to this conclusion on his own. Nah. It's a lot that was going on that transpired to lead to that decision. And why it was made in the format that it was made in. Because he realizes through his management how much money they blew by signing with Big Baller Brand. They know now. And now that Lonzo has money missing out of his personal and business account, Big Baller Brand was a bad idea from the jump. And now everybody who blasted me, Carcino's having a hell of a year, proving everybody else wrong. One hell of a year. I'll tell you that right now. Been telling people for the longest, Big Baller Brand, what it was about, how people was being ignored, the whole situation. I do not hate Wilder. It's not even close. The Charlos, that's a whole different story. The Churro brothers, I ain't feeling them. Now listen. Oh, the Blame James shirt. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Now, the problem is Lonzo he owns 51% of the company. So if he leaves the company, the whole company is probably going to fold. Period. Without Lonzo, there will be no more Big Baller Brand. He owns 51% of the company. So if he shuts it down, it's over. So Big Baller Brand is basically shut down. And the other brother already tweeted, like, thank you for getting us out. Because the brothers, they didn't want to be a part of this. They want to just go in there and really look, LaVar Ball, like I've told y'all, ruined these kids' career. If it wasn't for LaVar, come on. Somebody would have probably gave Jello a chance in the G League. To prove LaVar Ball wrong, taking his kid out of college, taking him out of UCLA, snatching him out and everything else, and taking him over to Lithuania to go get some money and publicity. It was all about him. And I told you, it's okay to kind of like sit back and look at your kids and think about, man, I remember when I used to do stuff like this. It's cool to sit back with a nostalgic way of looking at things. What ain't cool, and what ain't cool at all, not for a little bit, is trying to live your life through your kids by controlling everything they do as how you would do it. Not giving them the choice to make any selections on what they like or what they dislike. They trying to please you. Seen it before. And the parents get so obsessed that they don't even realize what they're doing. Because it's all about their self-gratification. What they want the kid to do. You see? Then you grow up and you get into a situation like Lonzo Ball. LeVar's controlling everything. He's doing the interviews. He's front and center. And now people don't want to do business with him because they don't like the dad. Well, I already spoke on that. You knew that was going to happen. You knew LeVar was a part of it. If Allen took some money, you better believe LeVar knew about it and probably was partying on it. Both guys. Why do you think he's not talking to his dad right now? It ain't all because of Allen. He fired Allen. His dad has been deleted from all pictures on his social media. He's finna sign a deal with Nike, a lucrative deal next season with Nike. And they've dumped all the Big Baller brand shoes. They want everybody else to dump them because they're not going to make any more. Big Baller brand is done. So I want everybody to get that cleared in their heads. If they don't understand it, they can understand it now. The Big Baller brand company does not exist anymore. Well, sometimes you got to look at things for what they really are. And it's a hard realization you have to come to when you realize that, man, they didn't have my best interests at heart. And no, they did not. Lonzo's parents, which is basically his father, his mother, don't really get involved in the basketball aspect of what they do. In the end of the day, did not have their best interests at mind. They cared about them. Now, if LeVar would have stuck with just doing press and being a theatrical person doing press, then fine. But once you decide that you want to try to run everything and it's all about you and you the standout person and everybody, man, he's just being a good father. He care about his sons. I'm like, y'all just don't get it. And then it had to explode in y'all face and prove me right once again for y'all to understand what we trying to tell y'all. There's a difference from being there and a black man caring about his son and doing this. Okay, there's a major difference. And if you need that explained to you, then there's a major problem there. Because that shouldn't even need explanation. Everything I just told you about shouldn't even need to be explained to you. You should get it. LeVar Ball was the money of the company. So he got 51%, which means he had final say. He had everything going in his direction. Everything was for him. Everything was for Lonzo. But everything took a sharp turn for the worse when they couldn't provide shoes on time. The infrastructure was low. They didn't have any athletes that were going to wear the shoes because they weren't paying them to wear them. And you blew your opportunity to partner with Nike when they came in for a partnership for Big Baller Brand. So now it looks like not only is Lonzo get through with Big Baller Brand, he's severing ties with his father. And that's even more massive. That's a more massive decision. I gotta check, Jay. Did you send a Cash App or did you go to Streamlab? Well, things have always changed, like the weather. People think something is gonna go one way, then it turns and go in another direction. And people are like, hey, how did that just happen? It's very easy. Very easy. The winds of change are always blowing in different directions. Sometimes people are making a lot of money and things are rolling, and sometimes the ball just don't drop. But this ball dropped. Lonzo balls finally dropped, and he said, you know what? I don't need you, Dad. I got this. I'm my own man now. It's black owned? No, it was Lonzo Ball owned. And Lonzo Ball shut it down. So, how does that look? Self-made black business, theft in the company. How does that look for black businesses? Blame James. Blame James. How does that look for the company? Right? That looks pretty scarce, right? Yes, it is supposed to be the Better Business Bureau, but Big Baller Brand wanted to steal it. They were gonna have a problem with that too. The problem is this. Is Jello the worst basketball player you ever seen in the NBA? I've seen Jello play before, and he's decent. I mean, I've seen worser players than him. I mean, he's gonna be a starter? No. But could he start for Phoenix Suns? Yeah. So a lot of teams he could come off the bench and probably help and be productive. I mean, I don't see him a lighten up the scoreboard type of guy. I see him as the kind of guy. I see him as the kind of guy that is going to be a person that come off the bench, probably score 8, 9 points a game, and he could help a team. But I don't see Jello being that guy. Of course, it's his company. Big Baller Brand, at the end of the day, is Lonzo Ball's company. Lonzo Ball is the one that's missing money because it's his company. Everything falls on his head. So if Lonzo's missing money, that means the company's missing money. And that's not a good sign. That's not a good thing to see. You want to make sure you're on top of something. You don't want to make sure you're behind the 8 ball. You want to be in front of that 8 ball. And they put themselves way behind the 8 ball, shooting out the gap. Because they were not set up for what they were trying to do. But this was LeVar's vision. LeVar's dream. And this is why when I have children, I would not push them to do things they don't want to do or something that I dreamed of them to be. Oh man, you're going to be an NBA basketball player. Nah, I'm not going to do that to them. If they want to do it, it's a sport they like, I'll support their decisions. But I can't relive my life through them. I could sit back as a parent and as a father and enjoy watching it on the sidelines. Sit back and look at them and, take it in. But definitely, I cannot intervene and try to guide them, because then when you're not around, they can't make decisions. And you don't want your kids to grow up so dependent on you, then they'll never be independent on their own. They can't function. They think everything is entitled to them. He has a Nike deal already in place. He'll be signing with Nike at the end of this season. So for next year, Big Baller Brand should be officially shut down. Lonzo will be signing with Nike. Deal's already done. So they'll try to make back some of that money they lost when they didn't sign up for the Nike deal. My skin is lighter. No, the sun is shining on me. It's always been the same complexion. See, now I'm dark. Dark. Now I'm light. Dark. Now I'm light. No Charlemagne going on over here. He got tired of getting teased by me and everybody else. He stopped bleaching his skin. You noticed that, right? Charlemagne stopped bleaching his skin. And he got back to a chocolate brother. He was looking like a damn orange. Talking about that was natural. Yeah, he stopped. Cause it was too noticeable. It's like, dude, you blacker than the damn tires on my car. Then you coming in here looking like a damn alien. You got black lips and orange skin. And you ride people every day. You think people was gonna let you just get away with that? Hell no. Roasted the hell out of him. As well they should have. Well, I don't know. The other brothers, they were mad too. They wanted out. Everybody wanted out. They did not want to stay in that program that they had over there with the big ballers. To them, it wasn't big balling. It was big falling. Now they feel everything's safe and better. And I agree with them. So, it's your boy Carcino. I'm out. Talk to y'all in a little bit. Don't forget to hit me up on the Cash App or click the link in the description box and go to the Streamlab. Leave a donation. You can leave your number in there too, so when we go live or something, when we get back in the crib,